Hello, everyone. I forgot what time it was. Like, I knew this was at 2:30, but I didn't know that it was 2:30, so my apologies for being late. I was in the middle of something. Anyway, hello, how are you? I'm gonna try to see if chats are working this week, so leave me a comment to let me know you're here. This looks like at least the program is working right now, so that's nice. I have been busy, which I've loved. I haven't been busy in a couple years, so I'm getting back into working. I spent 4 days at Pocono Sew and Vac last week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and met some amazing quilters. And Patty snuck out of that event before I had a chance to thank her for a little gift she left me. So Patty, if you happen to catch this, thank you. And Gina, hi. I thought I was gonna see you. But anyway, I missed you. Um, Lisa, I mean, a bunch of people, it was just fabulous. Had a fabulous time at Pocono Sew and Vac, and I can't wait to go back. Um, while I was there, I was done with work by 5, and then my hotel room was honestly 0.2 miles away. And if I were in better physical shape, I would have walked it. So that would have been easy. I wasn't, so I drove. But I mean, I was back at my hotel super duper quick. And so I took my sewing machine with me and got a bunch of sewing done, which wasn't his bunch, which I'll explain in a second. Let's see. Annette, hi. Hello in Florida. I hope you're getting into the I can walk out of my house without gasping for air season. The human season away from the it's too hot to move season. So I hope things are working well down in Florida. Here today, let me see. We have a high of 57. It's down in the 30s at night. So it's quite nice. It's still mild autumn weather, kind of liking it. While I was teaching in the evenings, I opened up my Primitive Gatherings box, and they have is it Starburst, I think? The box is right behind me. Let me see what it's called. So I joined the box, the Primitive Gathering subscription box on month 5 of 6. They start again in February. And I said, sure, just send me the last 2. That'll be fine. Because I wanted a present. I needed a present, and I bought myself a present. So I am on box number 5 of Starburst. And in the Primitive Gatherings group, everyone is showing 25 of these blocks. Now, each of these blocks has 32 half square triangles. So that was a lot. It took a long time to finish all of those. I do have some fabric left, and I am missing months, boxes 1 through 4 of these. So I am going to try to make 25 of them, and I'm pulling out some scrap solids that I have that would work well in there. Afterwards, I will go into my more remote fabric storage, and after that, I'll work on yardage. But I'm sure I have enough solids somewhere in the house to finish this. It just takes a while to do all of the triangles. What I've left it at now, as these triangles are my leader and ender project. So I have a couple squares worth cut up and ready to go. I have some more in here. And of course, I now have the hiccups. Sorry. Okay. So that's one thing I did right there. Fun. Then I opened up the second project in the box, which I think is here. And it is Tilda. It is Tilda Quilt and Pillow. It doesn't have a name. It's Tilda Quilt and Pillow. And I'll show you what it looks like. So this, I think, is the second quilt I've done that was in this fabric line. 85. Let's see, Annette. 85 and a low of 61. That sounds like heaven. And a cold front through. Oh, you have to put on a coat. And hello in South Carolina, Janet. It's good to see you. So this is a Tilda quilt. It's made from 2 charm packs. And I believe this is the same line of fabric that Handy Quilter used in their Christmas quilt along that I made those placemats out of. But this is the pattern for the quilt. And let's see. I have 8 blocks done, I think. Also, oh my word, look, more half square triangles. 1.5 inches. So I think this is 8 or 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch Debbie learn how to count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 of these done out of 16, and then I have to do all the settings to set it lower. Like it needs sashing, and it has long sashings going through it horizontally. I hate long sashings. So because what if I don't get that line straight in there? So I'm actually going to cut it into smaller sections. Because I'll do cornerstones and sashing. It's an extra bit of a seam, but then I don't have to worry, what if they don't all line up right? And that bothers me. And then put some borders on, and then I'll work on quilting it. I think this is, what's the finished size? 76. So I'll be making that one. 7 more blocks. And I'm doing these blocks like in between other things, like this, and then I go to machine quilt for an hour. This, then I go to machine quilt for an hour. So I have 7 more hours of machine quilting till this is done, and then I can piece it together. Anyway, do you play mind games with yourself too? Like, I'm going to make 86 of these triangles, and then I get to do something else? Because I totally do that. Okay. So I did notice that this box was all half square triangles. Those were the 2 projects in the box. I decided, though, to take a leader and ender project with me. So I took my bag of binding triangles. This is all the binding triangles except the ones I've used in quilts. And then I decided to make half square triangles out of them, which was a lot of pressing and trimming. So in other words, I had 4 nights in my hotel to work, and it was all half square triangles, 11 million half square triangles. And I'm getting really good at the pressing and the trimming. And I now don't hate them as much as I did, because I've always hated half square triangles, but I'm having fun. Let's see, Janet, I'll get a your South Carolina weather report. 64. What's the rain? What is rain? I'm not sure what rain is. We had 4/100ths of an inch of rain 8 days ago. I think maybe 9 days ago. And that was it for a month. We are expecting rain tomorrow and Thursday. But the day that we had 4/100ths of an inch, I saw somebody driving like an idiot. 4/100ths of an inch of rain, and somebody was on a motorcycle on a wheelie like this, going up a hill on one of my roads. And I'm like, it's not like there's oil on the road that hasn't washed out in the last month because we've had no rain. So I hope that guy survived the day. But they are actually putting out notices like, be warned on the roads, be careful starting, be careful stopping. The roads are going to have the oil buildup on them that just hasn't washed off. Linda, we are desperate for rain. Exactly. I'm not going to complain when it rains. Rain makes me hurt. I always say, oh, my hips. And my husband's like, is it going to rain? I'm like, my hips hurt. My hips don't lie. Shakira song. Anyway, yes, we desperately need the rain. Absolutely desperately need the rain. So we'll not complain. The dry autumn, I mean, we've had the wildfires, the brush fires and such, not big wildfires like people. We've had some significant brush fires and smoky days and such, but it was a real pretty fall. The byproduct of that was a real pretty fall, and now we're just desperate for water. So whatever comes, we could use like a good 2-day soaker, although we'll probably get like 6 inches in 30 minutes and flood instead of that, but we'll take water however we get it. Be safe. So those are all my half square triangles I've been working on. And I'm still working on those. I'm machine quilting right now, which is what I was doing whenever I looked at my watch and went, oh no, I forgot to set the timer on my book on Libby, which I play through my phone. I forgot to set the timer. But I'm working on a community quilt for my guild. And it could have just been done, just an all over meander, but it was big blocks with sashing around it. And I'm like, so it will have like a wandering design all around it, except in the sashings, which will have ribbon candy because I needed to quilt ribbon candy. So that's what I've been doing. I have a whole bunch of quilts here, quilt tops that I would love to show you. But I was supposed to have an infusion yesterday and things went weird. I got there, things were a little weird. So I'm going back tomorrow for an infusion, which means after I finish that community quilt, I will baste up a couple quilts like ribbon candy quilts, so I can just sit and machine quilt while I'm recovering from my infusion. So, and then if I feel like doing little piddly stuff, hey, I've got 7 more blocks of these and 20 more blocks of those. So more triangles, more ribbon candy. And I will meet next Tuesday. There was a possibility they were going to move my infusion to next Tuesday. And I'm like, if I have to, but I don't. So I will see you next Tuesday and tell you what all is coming up for Black Friday, which in the United States is the day after American Thanksgiving. And that's a big shopping day. So what I'm going to do on Black Friday is announce what's coming up next year. And just a little preview of that is next year I'm going to have a quilt along. It's going to be on the first Saturday in January, like a mystery quilt. I think it's in 4 steps. And after that, it's going to go into 21 days to finish your quilt. So I'm working on the logistics of that. And then I have some more fun stuff up my sleeves, but I am going to get the mystery quilt out. And how to quilt it, and that will go into some other online classes. So I'm hopeful and optimistic that I will have a healthy Christmas this year. I've been sick I was sick for 20 months, which was 2 Christmases. So I'm looking forward to a healthy winter this year. I'm not superstitious, but I will find wood wherever I can find it right now. And I have tons of plans. And the only way they wouldn't work is if my health tanked. But I get these infusions, which keep my autoimmune disease under control. I am feeling better. My back does not work, so I will not be wasting time doing a lot of boring things like cleaning. So that's more time quilting and sewing and writing patterns. So I look forward to what is coming next year. I will finish the year strong this year. I have one more pattern to get out for color blocks, and hopefully I'll catch up with some more videos and such. I have one more trip this year for work, and that I will be going to Connie's Collectibles in Duncansville, Pennsylvania. And it's near State College, PA, if you're a Penn State fan. This Ohio State mom just doesn't think about football that weekend. I don't care about college ball. But the people are delightful, and I really look forward to going there. And after that, I'm home half of December, some of January, and some of February. I have some family stuff to do in that time, and I don't travel again until March for work. So it's pretty exciting to be home and looking forward to seeing what I can get done to be home consistently and be healthy. That combination has not happened in a really long time. So I look forward to sharing those good days with you. And hello, Liz. It's good to see you. I'm very happy you're here. Are you my new friend, Liz from Poconos? No, she was a Liz H. So anyway, hello, Liz. I'm glad you're here. Um, anyway, that's what I've been doing. I have some more. You'll probably get a newsletter later this week or Monday at the latest with another video in it. I do try to not send newsletters just because it's Monday. I try to send them if they have content. And I didn't have content this Monday because I was away for 5 days. But I will get some content together. I will send you another newsletter, and then we'll start looking forward to what's coming in 2025. Is anyone starting to put crafty resolutions on their wish list, their New Year's resolution? Because I am going to get the sewing room cleaned. I said that every year, but the furniture is built and I'm really tired of it. So using up the scraps is a big one for me. Using up the scraps, getting rid of the scraps. Anything that looks like not going to use it, it goes in a pile and I take it to my guild. So I'm looking to see if we can do some scrap stuff together to figure out how to use up our stuff. I just went through all of my box of color blocks. All of my 2.5-inch square boxes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have at least 6 boot boxes full of 2.5-inch squares. So I'm starting to do other things with the 2.5-inch squares because I already have a stack of color blocks like this. I still love cutting them into 2.5-inch squares. It really cleans up my scraps. Looking to cut through the rest of the scraps under my table, because it's fun just feeling like you're doing something when you're not. But I will continue putzing around in my sewing room this week. I will be back again on Tuesday next, 2:30 New York time. If I don't forget what time of the day it is and look at my watch and go, "Oh my word, I'm late." So, um, if I don't catch you next week, and for those in the States, I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving, and look forward to seeing what we're going to be quilting through December and then the beginning of 2025. We can end this year strong with our quilting and start some new fun stuff next year. So happy quilting, everyone. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.